All right, so this story is a little bit of a weird one. All right, the headline from Game Rant says extremely rare 1989 game destroyed by U.S. Customs or DHL. Now, I saw this story the other day, a few days ago. I also saw it going viral on Twitter, which if I could pull up the post, I'll pull it up. But this one was weird because I'm like, what video game are we talking about? Usually I know about a lot of rare video games, but this one I didn't know about. So a video game collector's in total disbelief following reports that a priceless piece of media history was lost during an international delivery. This distressing event involves the total destruction of a 1999 Tsukehime Trial Edition floppy disk, an item so rare that only 50 copies were ever known to exist. Collectors are now still trying to understand how a high-profile item such as Tsukehime Trial Edition could be ruined while in supposed professional care. To understand why this loss is felt so deeply, one must look at the history of the legendary development studio Type Moon. Long before Type Moon became famous for the massive Fate and Stay Night franchise, they were a small independent group of creators selling limited works at Japanese conventions. These early releases are considered vital historical artifacts because they offer a unique glimpse into the studio's humble beginnings and the evolution of their early storytelling. Because these items were produced in such small numbers decades ago, they are now some of the most sought-after items in video game preservation. So if you look at this tweet here, this person says, my Tsukehime Trial Edition finally arrived, one of only 50 copies in the entire world, only to discover that U.S. Customs had removed all of the bubble wrap and physically destroyed the floppy disk. What the fuck? We'll report, but literally crying right now. Bro, how is this possible? How is this possible, bro? Like, okay, so I saw this picture and I'm like, is this on purpose? Or like, how does this level of destruction accidentally happen? Right? Because they tore the fucking thing apart. They literally like tore it apart. How does this happen? Right? So anyway, the story began when a prominent collector, Philip Pang, known online as Kiripo, attempted to import a rare game from Portugal. Upon receiving the package, he discovered that the contents had been utterly ruined. I don't even know how much he paid for this. I can only imagine how much he actually paid for this, but holy shit, I would be doing backflips. Like, and I can't do a backflip, but I swear to God, I would find a way to do a backflip in anger if I found out that one of 50 in the world got destroyed. It's not like you could just go buy another one, motherfuckers. Like, you guys destroyed one of 50. That's insane. And yeah, I agree. It definitely looks like it was on purpose, right? Anyway, so he attempted to import it from Portugal. Upon receiving the package, he discovered that the contents had been utterly ruined. The box itself arrived covered in tape that read open and resealed by customs. What the suggesting that the damage occurred during a mandatory security check. Kiripo shared his misfortune through a video that showed the item torn and twisted beyond any hope of repair. Why would you twist it? Why would you tear it apart? The collector's shock turned his grief as he realized the floppy disk within had been physically sliced into pieces. The magnetic storage material within the disk was cut and the plastic shell was mangled, as if someone had used their bare hands to pull it apart. Kiripo noted that the original sender had taken extreme precautions, wrapping the disk in heavy bubble wrap and thick cardboard to ensure it stayed flat and safe during its trip. Whoever inspected the package had apparently removed all the protection to get the disc itself. While the financial damage is significant, the similar copies were selling at, oh shit! Similar copies selling for as much as $16,000 in the past. The loss for gaming history is even greater. This specific build dates back to 1999 Winter Comiket Convention, where it sold for only just 100 yen. These discs contain an early version of the Tsukehime story, where many characters and plot points weren't even finalized. Now that one of these 50 copies is gone, preservationists have one fewer valuable visual novel to study. Bro, oh my God. Oh my God, I would backflip, bro. Like, I'm not even kidding, dude. I'm not even kidding. Dude, I'm angry for him. I'm literally angry for him. What the fuck what is the point of this? Why would you do that? Dude, my God, bro. And you know what's even sadder? What's sadder is that they would deny everything. They'd be like, "Nah, we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. We didn't do that. We didn't destroy it. Like, we didn't physically mangle your fucking disc. We didn't do any of that." Like, they would deny all of it. And then the question is like, why? Why would you destroy the disc? Like, did you think there was something on the disc? Like, what the fuck is the point of that? You know, the disc itself was mass produced, Mr. Data 2 HD floppy with no special branding, making its contents the only way to prove its historical value. Caripo explained that a friend in Portugal had actually been able to make a digital scan of the disc before it was shipped, confirming its authenticity. While the data exists in digital format, the loss of the physical collector's item is a huge blow, especially since the item was meant to be a physical record of the studio's earliest days. Some speculate that the adult-only label on the packaging might have triggered a customs official to intentionally destroy the media. U.S. law permits the destruction or seizure of obscene materials, though in this case, the artwork was left untouched while the disc was ruined. Caripo, who had planned to make the disc a centerpiece of Public Type Moon Museum, says he will file a formal report, though he knows the item is irreplaceable. Yeah, I mean, listen, at this point, of course, you could file a report, you could sue, you could do whatever, but there's no bringing this item back. There's no reversing time. There's no remaking another one. There's none of that shit. The item's gone. That's it. They literally destroyed a 1 of 50 for an unknown reason, whatever that reason may be. What was it, like an anime hater or something? Like it, I don't know, bro. An activist? I have no idea. Why would you do this? That's why, like, when I went through this story, I'm like, this is such a weird story, because the question is always going to be why. Why'd you do it? What's the reason? Because you thought it was adult material? Like, what's the reason? The incident is a grim reminder of the risk involved in shipping one-of-a-kind artifacts across borders. Yeah, but how else was he going to be able to get the item? In the future, Caripo says he would no longer trust shipping companies with such collectibles. If another copy of this trial version ever appears for sale, which hasn't happened in over 15 years, oh my God. Guys, imagine a 15-year journey ending all because of some random psychopath in U.S. Customs destroying your fucking product, bro. Imagine a 15-year quest for a rare item like this, where you spend tens of thousands of fucking dollars only for it to end at the hands of some fucking activist or some psycho over at U.S. Oh my God, bro. I'm fuming. I am fuming. That's crazy. Oh. You know what's crazy? So I read this story and I only read the tweet. I didn't actually read the article because I wanted to save it for the stream. Oh, man. I have goosebumps. I have literal goosebumps just thinking if that was me, bro. Oh, my God. If that was me, I'd be backflipping. Seriously. Anyway, so he says that he plans to travel in person to collect it. For now, the global count of these historical discs has now officially dropped to 49 copies. Oh, my God. And this is why, you know, we're going to talk about Miriant in a second, which is also about game preservation. But this is why it's so important. Like websites like GOG and whatnot are very important because it allows you to preserve video games. And this is something that can't be preserved in this manner in any other way other than this manner. And you're stupid enough to fucking destroy it the way that you did. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is so obviously not accidental. The person tore the disc apart. Tore it apart. Anyway, so that's the story about the Tsukehime floppy disk. And again, at this point, what do you even say to this? What do you even say to this other than holy shit, right? It's just crazy. It's a crazy time to be alive, boys.